We are in Dendermonde. That's where we are sleeping. I mean, we do not sleep there, but we are walking through here. What is Dendermonde? Called in French Termonde. Well, Dender is a river and Monde is where it ends. That means that this is the place where the river Dender ends. I think it goes into the river Scheldt, which influenced many cities like Ghent and Brugge. That's why you have the Scheldt Gothic, St. Gilles, the cathedral. I don't know if it's a cathedral. I guess it doesn't have a diocese, a bishopric.
That's what we see from the Airbnb window.
This is how the church of Dendermonde looks like. Saint Gilles, a beautiful jewel that not many people have discovered yet. They also have scaffolding to renovate it. So there we have the church again with the tower. The bricks don't look very old, so maybe they were replaced. And what is this pig doing here? Can you guess it? You have 5 seconds to search on Google. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it is the symbol of St. Gilles. Look at this beautiful pig. Yeah, very safe to walk here under a crane that is inclined slightly. I guess it passed the Belgian safety measures.
I guess so.
Yeah, an equestrian statue of a random person in Dendermonde. Yeah.
He was feeling bad and still not losing any weight.
Yeah. I mean, it's evident. Meat is necessary. So, if you want to live in Dendermonde, you can pay 221,000 euros plus notary, real estate agent as one for a house.
Yeah, some are houses and some are very luxurious apartments.
Yeah. It's
With terrace and
yeah.
modern architecture.
It's just a bit more than what we paid for our house in Germany in the middle of nowhere. So
From 1950.
from 1950, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this is a church. So look at that interesting banner. A red horse. Well, what could it mean? There's a festivity here in Dendermonde, which is called the Ros Beiaard.
That's the thing that happens once every 10 years.
Yeah, it's very special because it only happens once every 10 years. I don't know. Yeah, it's related to a horse. Ros Beiaard. Ros is the old Germanic word for horse.
Yeah.
Now in Dutch it's Paard, Pferd in German, but in Swiss German they still use Ros.
Right.
Because it's so special, it only takes place once every 10 years. So you could be like, do you remember we met each other at Ros Beiaard 7 and now we have kids at Ros Beiaard 8.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of divides the life of people in Ros Beiaard.
Yeah.
Yeah. The main street or the pedestrian zone in Dendermonde is quite short, quite small. There are places that have more pedestrian infrastructure than others. Dendermonde is more for cars, I would say. Uh-huh. Impressive. A beautiful building. Qu'est-ce que tu penses de cette église?
It's pretty big.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a church, it might be a college.
There was also a sign with rechtshof.
Oh, so it might even be a court of justice where faulty justice is served next to the two rivers of Dender and I believe Scheldt. So this might be the Dender, either the Dender or the other river. So we have arrived at the Grand Place, at the Grote Markt, the big square of Dendermonde, while it's playing an Arabic song. Very interesting flags. That flag, yeah, the yellow one. Come on, zoom. Yeah, there. It looks a bit like what Charles V of Spain would carry when he conquered this territory of Flanders. Next to it is the flag that we talked about that provoked Philip VI of Valois to start a war against Edward III of England, with the three lions of England quartered by the fleur-de-lis. All these beautiful houses.
When we decided to go to Dendermonde, I thought it would be a very average place with not much to see. But now we went to the center and it looks quite beautiful. And there's a lot to do and there are many people.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is another impressive building from the underrated city of Dendermonde. Maybe this is actually the Justice Palace. So that's the Our Dear Lady Church of Dendermonde. It has a very unique style. I would classify it as maybe Romanesque with some Gothic features in the tower. You can charge your phone or whatever that can be charged with this on these benches. Let's see if it works. Maybe not. Maybe I need to activate it. The electricity, they get it from the sun basically. And these last couple of weeks they got a lot of electricity for sure. Here next to the Onze Lieve Vrouwen. Okay, so now the phone is charging. Pretty nice that they have these facilities.
Yeah, it's quite innovative.
The building of many windows.
It's a school, so
A school, yeah.
it's like a test. Can you still focus on the lessons even when we have so many windows?
Yeah, and this just outside of Dendermonde is the Schelde. The Schelde River that I believe also goes through Ghent.
Is that whole coastline from Flanders?
All of this is Flanders.
No, the coastline.
Oh,
Like,
so to the sea, yeah. They are privileged, but It's all from Flanders.
That's why Jacques Brel said, what makes Flanders Flanders is the sea, the beach, because you don't have that in Wallonia.
I guess so, yeah.
No.
So the most beautiful side of Dendermonde is this street that is pretty new. The ground is still hot, freshly baked for us.
Overall, Gates of Justice.
Yeah, they are a very just city.
Wow, rechtbanken.
Yeah.
En ik had een grondwaterfilter, so you have the water is
Yeah. You can see the restaurant prices here in Dendermonde are not especially cheap. This is only for entrees. So these are the meat dishes. Something like 17, 25, 23.
They also have very expensive menus.
Yeah.
Greek menu. You just get some mezze, some lamb, some coffee, and a kind of dessert for 45 per person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That one, the special one, is 58 per person. Yeah. Cheaper than Switzerland, but still. For Central Northern Europe.
Quite expensive.
Yeah. So I think we are done with Dendermonde because there's not much more to see.
No. And everything's closed.
Yeah, so this was not a province capital. It was not a very important Belgian city, but still, it's a video. We were a bit flexible, a bit more relaxed. It's more kind of a loose vlog of what we are doing here, where we are walking without a plan. So I hope you liked it anyways. And then if you did, keep watching our videos and just enjoy watching the other videos that we have. We'll put some recommendations on the screen. Yeah. So Dendermonde, yeah. Do we like it? I would say yes.
Yes, it's quite nice. Oh. It has plenty of historical buildings, quite some gastronomy for the size of the city. It is a cozy atmosphere, so it's a nice place to visit when you have more time in Belgium.
So that was Dendermonde. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.